The Steel City might be most associated with its legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Panthers' offense is on the field for the first time today. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains and they have a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes his connection. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
They're trying to get to it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go right back to him. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. It's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running back searching for a hole.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Avery. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
But when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last one.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Quarterback checking the play. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got his man. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line is set on 3rd down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
Not much of a decision to make there as the defense will move him back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They want to run this quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close at line scrimmage.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
But how how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. He got it. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad.
Unloads it downfield. And he's got it at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! A great catch and run for 6. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower. And we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. And it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on first down from the 28. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Noles headed quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Avery. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Pressure coming. Puts him in the spin cycle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lost the defense is wide open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Quickly complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some.
do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long was not where an offense typically wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game a set. To a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Complete to start this drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback checking off. On second down, just keeps firing. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The snap sets up to throw. He caught it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
With the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. This is a design run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th and goal.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around the globe for a long time. They're up by 22 over Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Avery. Pick up a 5, it'll be 3rd down and 5.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He's got an open man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You're here to... what's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when we decide to run.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Throws to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
And I don't care if I get it. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And you want that clock to run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. To the ground with the back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll leave it with him. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Goes toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Here's the handoff. Nothing but got enough space. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter on there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Got out of trouble and throws. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
It is go time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be 4th down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment.
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And that's back-breaking. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. So they're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He'll pull it down. That's the 20. He's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. And as a result, that ball's incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pass is incomplete, and one second is left.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.